Hello again, friends, and welcome to another episode of Culture Crossroads. I am Andrew Southwick. He is R.C. Williams. She is Juliana Ormond. And of course, we are bringing you the program this week. Thanks to all of you for joining us here. R.C., Juliana, we are the Watchmen, watchmenaction.org. How are you guys doing today?
Great, Andrew. Apparently, in certain lands, which will remain nameless until you name them, we are immensely popular with the content from this show.
You know what, RC? I'm tempted to comment, but I know we are going to get to that. We are popular, and we're so popular that we're even being singled out. It's phenomenal. Clearly we're over the target. It's incredible. Badge of honor time for Culture Crossroads. But we're not even allowed to talk about it. We're not even allowed to say it out loud because our technological overlords do not want us to hear the truth. You know, RC, you mentioned the top of the show. We have been highlighted, and we certainly have, and bring this on the screen. This is an email I received this morning. That is this morning as of the production of the program. Oh, look, hi, Sodo Media. That's me, Sodo Media Productions. It looks like your video, Bill Gates almost ready to inject you via mosquito, didn't follow community guidelines. Would you believe it? To help keep our community safe, we removed it from YouTube. Yes. And now you'll recall, let me bring this back down for just a second. You'll recall that all we did was play videos of Bill Gates' own media from his own YouTube channel. We reported that human trials have begun on mosquitoes infecting people or injecting people with parasites. And so that means there are humans going willingly to do that. And we just said, hey, maybe that's not the greatest thing. And we just asked the question. And I asked the question, mosquitoes are the deadliest animal in the world because of the diseases they transmit. Why use the deadliest animal in the world? What purpose would that be? Is there in any realm a possibility where something just might go wrong? We didn't report anything that was misinformation. We didn't even talk about vaccines being safe and effective. We mentioned that we personally don't like them, but we didn't mention anything about that yet. Yet I want to show you this. This is another piece of the puzzle here. Let me bring this back up if I can find it. There we are. What we found, this is why. We think your content didn't follow our medical misinformation policy. Content that poses a serious risk of egregious harm by spreading medical misinformation about currently administered vaccines that are approved and confirmed to be safe and effective by local health authorities and the World Health Organization isn't allowed on YouTube. Let me pull that back off there. So we didn't give any medical information. We just said this is happening and there could be potential problems coming up to it. Now that is happening. At the same time, we as conservatives are doing victory dances and holding parades because Mark Zuckerberg said he's not going to censor people as much anymore. I'm going to get to that in a second, but I want to get your comments first on, YouTube's taking down our video, which means, number one, we were over the target and we were right. And number two, the things that we're going to talk about on this program are probably not going to be on YouTube very much outside of the light and fluffy things.
So I'll start by saying it's good to know that we are over the target. Number one. Number two, it's their propaganda. So when we're highlighting their propaganda, right, we're just calling out the truth. But it's time for us to flood the zone and talk about what that real truth is, because they're having us boxed in and we're sitting back when in reality, we need to be standing up because they're coming after us. They're coming after the church first and foremost, right? Where you said about them closing down the churches because of what? Climate change? I mean, seriously? At what point do we Christians stand up and say, you're against us and we see that the war is here? Right? And it's time for us to say no.
Andrew, I knew that we were over the target when I shared the episode with our commentary. And one of my progressive friends made the comment that, boy, this sure sounds illegal to be doing to someone and incredibly dangerous. And I'm like, when a progressive agrees with you on something like this, there's a pretty good chance that you're in the realm of accuracy. So obviously it's no surprise. And what is it with YouTube and those stupid cartoons and animations they give you? Say the referee blowing a whistle and giving you a red card. Anyway, the stuff that they say. So basically, we were smart enough to take stuff from Bill Gates' YouTube channel, put it together and say, this don't look right. That's medical. That's misinformation, apparently, right? Don't do that. Isn't it interesting then? Should we go and say there need to be strikes against all of Bill Gates' stuff? Right? Would we be in our right?
Wouldn't that be the next logical conclusion? Because we used his footage. I mean, it came right from his YouTube channel. We weren't, again, we didn't come to any kind of conclusion other than this right now. It doesn't seem like it passes the spell test. And if you had a progressive friend say this sure seems illegal, that means we also presented it in a way where it got past the political filters that usually where our conversations break down anyway. So, but I bring that up to say the censorship is still going on. It's still happening.